I was debating whether or not I should make this video, and I'm not trying to overshare personal life stuff. But what happened to me this week affects things that go on around here, so it's kind of relevant, even though it can be mostly behind the scenes. So I flew to Texas from Washington, and after landing, I went to my hotel, and I was there for maybe an hour or so. And then I was going to go have lunch and go to this YouTube convention that I was very much looking forward to. And I was on the phone with a Sterling rep. You'll understand more why I'm doing that at the end of this video. And if you don't already. And I looked down at my finger, and it isn't moving. And I'm like, my puffies, pinched off my arm, and I fell asleep. And I hate getting older. And then I'm half listening at this point, and my thumb stops moving, like at all. Like you're willing it to move, and it's not moving. And I hate getting older. Mind you, I'm only 39. And if that's a shock to you, well, I'm 39. But yes, I couldn't move my thumb. And I was like, that's going to make typing harder. Literally what I thought. And then with my stopped working, I was like, oh shit. I'll call you back. And then I was yelling in my phone to my girlfriend. I was like, what's wrong with me? And I knew what was wrong with me at that point. And I was fortunate within 5 minutes of this whole thing starting, everything came back online. But that, when you have a stroke, is at 39, when nothing's wrong with you, cholesterol's fine, it's not stress related. I'm stressed out all the time, but it's not stress related. And so I more or less walked myself into the ER room, and it was pretty hard to say out loud, pretty weird to say now. And they ran a ton of tests, obviously, and they found on the right side of my brain that something was, off for a bit. And that's why it's classified as a non-disabling stroke. I got all my functionality back, and clearly my tongue is working. Now, I'm fortunate. It could have been worse, and fortunate that it is something that can be fixed. Apparently, I have a hole in my heart that a lot of people have. Mine just decided to start creating clots and shoot those things up into my brain. So right now I'm pretty much on aspirin until I can get that patched. So my fall season, where I typically look forward to getting on El Capitan or squeezing in the last few fun things you can do that don't involve snow, then I'm going to be spending a lot less time doing that. I might be able to go climb here and there, but I'm not going to travel for it. So it could have been way worse. Could have been way, way worse. Use your tongue to swallow. So if you can't talk and you can't swallow, your life is very, very different if that stuff doesn't come back online. I'm fortunate I was a mile from a hospital, considering I was 5 hours deep in a cave not that long ago. Not that making it to the hospital solved anything in that moment. Things cleared up on their own. But it makes you think about things like that. So this is a very different video than I was planning on, because I have not even been home for 24 hours, and I was discharged yesterday from the hospital. That I've been planning for I've been starting a climbing store where we actually stock the products. We're not drop shipping. We actually stock it. We're shipping it ourselves, and we're shipping it the day you order it, and all this stuff we'll get into. And that is what I've been working on for all this time. Now, this isn't going to stop me from doing that. It's just going to slow down the release of it, because I want to make sure that it's more than super good enough if we take your credit card and you buy something and you trust us with that. And I really take the customer service thing really, really serious, which is why I decided not to affiliate myself with anybody else after I stopped promoting EG. If you know, you know. Not a joke. I told a friend that I had a stroke, and it auto-corrected to Stoke. And I was like, oh, that's fitting. And I am very stoked about the store. My stroke did not come from stress, and I love being busy. And we've got a lot of momentum with this. We've actually been open for 2 of the 3 months to patrons, and they've been helping us brake test the store. And we got 90 orders out over the last 34, 35 days and never missed a day of getting the order in the mail the day they order it by 1 p.m. Pacific time. And even while I was having a stroke, just saying, the system works. None of the patron money has been spent on the store. That has been my life savings and the money I didn't lose in crypto. And we hired 2 people full-time in order to have redundancy in packing boxes. And the idea is that it doesn't take them all that time to put stuff in boxes, but that we can actually add a ton of value, and I'll have help on the YouTube side of things to make better and better content. Because if I talk to the manufacturers directly, I'm learning so much. When I touch and see all the gear, do you know how much nuts DMM makes? Like, they have so many different nuts. And it's just interesting when you touch all the cams and when you see a Z4 and you, like, I have my cams, right? I don't have Z4s. You see a Z4 versus a C4. It's just I'm going to get so much better at making videos because I just touch the gear. And then people are buying straight up dog bones. Like, I didn't know people bought dog bones for their quick draws to replace them, right? Carabiners are fine. And I break plenty. I think one of my shorts are going to be a dog bone video for this weekend. So it's very interesting to me to learn what people are buying. And I have a direct access to my audience. This is why the emails are so important to me, because I want to have a direct access to you if you're interested in what we're doing, rather than depending on YouTube to share my stuff. Even if you click the notification bell, it doesn't always do it. I'm not trying to spam you in the email. I'm trying to, like, make sure people know what we have coming out, and a little bit behind the scenes that doesn't make sense in video form. My videos aren't going to change a whole lot other than just get better because I have help. I'm going to still brake test concepts. You cannot sell concepts, but sometimes we'll brake test specific, literally sitting right here. We'll brake test Z4s and see if the single axle versus the double axle really affects the strength, and if it's the sling, or if that's that, or if it's this, or if it's that, or how to replace the trigger wires. And that's just like, I learned a lot about harnesses. We're going to go into all that. We're going to brake test harnesses. We're going to brake test. I got an old harness right there of an exact replica of what we got in the store, and then we'll brake test an old belay loop versus new one. So it's like the content really doesn't change. We just end up selling the stuff that we're talking about. And that is going to fund all of this. So yes, I am stoked. I am stroked. And that was going to work way better than I should have. Too soon?
No, it's not too soon.
Not
It's
too soon?
fucking hilarious.
Okay. I'm on a lot of aspirin. I'll be careful with that. I just got this barrel today, and I was like, what is that? This is thousands of dollars of titanium from Titan Climbing. Blow tubes. Oh, wow. That is pretty cool. I won't make you watch me open all of this. Anyways, we're going to put all that on the website tomorrow. And we just got DMM and Bial ropes, and like I was saying at the beginning, we'll eventually have Sterling when I call him back and tell him what happened. And camp stuff is on the way in the mail, and Black Diamond, the whole 9 yards. We're gonna have everything I can get my hands on. You wanna see if this is stronger than a number 6 C4? Because we can do that now. Okay, so I've been saying that we're giving this away forever now. It's been a month. I was busy this week. I'll do it this weekend. I'm gonna give this away to somebody who's opened their emails in the last 4 or 5, their September emails. But I love that. We're gonna be giving this away this week, or at the end of the week, after people have a chance to open their emails. And if for some reason you're just not into off-widths, we'll give you a gift card to the equivalent of what this is worth in the store. And we don't ship internationally yet, but if you are international and you win this, you can help us brake test the international stuff. We will be shipping internationally as soon as we get really, really good at the domestic stuff. And we're going to tackle Canada. And once we get really good at that, we'll figure out who to pay VAT to. And then we can start taking European orders. And we'll see what makes sense for us to do for you guys. Because if I'm going to sell you something, I really, really want the customer service to be really good. Oh, you want to see something I'm not giving away yet? We're doing a whole video on this way over engineered cam that is actually more helpful than I thought it would be. It's the price of 3 cams and the weight of 3 cams. But there is actually a few places that it might shine. But anyways, when we make a video about this, we'll be giving it away to those in the email list. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys being a part of this community of people who enjoy watching things break. I like breaking stuff. I like getting to answer questions I'm super curious about. I like to get curious about the stuff you guys are curious about because at the end of the day, it is interesting. And I have shelves and shelves full of shiny new gear that I get to put in a box and send to people, which you get to send packages of Stoke every day. That's pretty cool. And I get to do that because you guys are watching and you guys are a part of it and you engage in the comments and you help steer where the channel goes. And after 7 years, it ended up being like this. Way cooler than I thought it'd be. I was just trying to make a few highlighting videos. So thank you guys for being a big part of my life. I really enjoy doing this. Thanks for watching.